Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because I have been getting hundreds of questions asking me if I was going to review this foundation. And of course, I can never miss an opportunity to review a bareMinerals foundation because I know a lot of you guys come to my channel specifically for bareMinerals reviews. So I am going to be talking about the brand new Fresh Face Liquid Foundation from bareMinerals today, or Made-2-Fit Fresh Faced Foundation. So to give you a short rundown on this, basically, this is a customized or custom blended foundation for your actual skin tone. And bareMinerals has actually designed an app to go alongside of this foundation that you basically can do at home, and you scan different parts of your face to get a perfect or custom color match in this foundation. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience using the app and my experience using this foundation. I've had it for over a week now, and I have developed a full opinion on it. I feel like I developed a full opinion on it even after wearing it just for a couple days. But it's just a very interesting process and product, and I feel like you guys are really anxious to hear about it. So let's go ahead and start. I am going to put timestamps down below because I feel like I may get a little chatty with this being a two-part foundation where you have to actually download an app to get it, and then I'm going to talk about the actual product itself. So it may get a little long, but I will have timestamps down below. So let's talk about the backstory behind this foundation. I had no clue this foundation was coming out. Even a few people that I still know that work at bareMinerals did not really know much about this foundation and how it was going to work. So to give you a brief overview from my standpoint and from what I know about this foundation, I believe it just launched about a week to 2 weeks ago. And the way you're going to be able to get this foundation only as of right now is to download the app that bareMinerals has designed to go along with this foundation. The app is called bareMinerals Made-2-Fit, and it is available in the App Store on your iPhone, and I believe also in Google Play, which is the Android App Store. You do have to have at least, I think it's an iPhone 5 in order for the app to run correctly. I have seen bareMinerals say if you don't have an iPhone 5, you can go to your nearest boutique and they will match you there. So they probably have like a company phone there where they'll go through and they will match you in store as opposed to doing it by yourself at home. I'm going to need my bareMinerals employees who still work in boutiques to comment down below and confirm that, but to my understanding, that's how the process works. And the foundation alone, I don't believe is in stores because it's supposed to be a custom blended foundation. So right now, as of right now, I believe the only way you can get it is by ordering it on the app. I'm going to read you guys the description in the app so we can kind of come to an understanding as to if this foundation is actually custom blended for each and every person, or if there may just be a shade range and the app is just a way to really help people figure out what their shade is. So the description says, bareMinerals Made-to-Fit Fresh Face Foundation from the complexion experts brings you the ultimate custom blended skin loving foundation that is made to fit for your unique skin tone. Customized with the MatchCo patented shade matching technology. MatchCo is basically the system that they're using to get a proper match for each skin tone. bareMinerals Made-to-Fit Fresh Face Foundation is formulated with mineral-based pigments to match your skin tone. The custom color is exclusive to you. So when they're saying the custom color is exclusive to you, that leads me to believe that they are actually custom blending foundation shades. I'll let you guys decide that for yourselves because I don't really know at this point from all of the description and all the hype behind this. I would think that they are custom blending everyone's foundation shade. But I guess we will see eventually when when a little bit more info is released on it. With your name printed right on the bottle. So you do actually get your name when you order it. Your name will be put on the bottle. That's another kind of cool. It's not necessary, obviously, but it's just a cool kind of customizable thing that they've added to the foundation. This weightless formula not only provides a naturally radiant finish, it contains nourishing ingredients to hydrate and smooth the appearance of your skin for an instantly younger looking, more beautiful you. Some of the featured ingredients are white lily to help revitalize the skin, green tea extract for antioxidants, peptides to brighten, and ceramides to attract and retain moisture in the skin. I will say that I went through and did the process of scanning my skin and getting a match probably 5 different times, and that was just to ensure that I was using the app properly and that the colors weren't swapping out every single time. So basically, to give you a rundown of how the app works, after you get through the initial process, you're basically just going to scan your forehead, both sides of your cheeks, both sides of your jawline, and your wrist, and that's how they come up with your custom color. Now, after you've done that, basically what shows up is a mock bottle, and you can kind of see your color in the bottle, but they don't provide a description of what your undertone is going to be, what the shade range is going to be. You basically just have in front of you a mock bottle of what your foundation is supposed to look like. And that was really hard for me because I couldn't really tell if like the foundation was in the medium range. I couldn't tell if it was in the light range. A couple of times I could tell that it was definitely more golden or more neutral, depending on how I scan my skin. I will get on that in just a minute too, because I did it a couple different ways. But just to let you know, you're not going to have a description at the end of your process saying, hey, you are a fairly light with a neutral undertone. You're just going to get a bottle that has your name on it, and you place the order, and hopefully, you know, it is the proper match for you. So when I was talking about how I scan my skin differently, and this is kind of a constructive criticism I would give to bareMinerals for the app, there is not a time frame, or there's not a place to where you can actually scan your neck. I understand that you can scan your wrist, but most of the time the under part of your skin is lighter than the top part. So you can see right here, I'm a little darker. Right here, I'm a little lighter. And my problem with that is that a lot of people self-tan nowadays, and a lot of people just in general have a lighter face compared to their body. And you want your foundation to obviously match your body. So what I did was, when it asked me to scan my jawline, I scanned my neck. And I noticed when I did that, my foundations went from, or my foundation matches went from being more golden to more neutral. And that's what I actually stuck with for my final product, and it's a pretty good match. I mean, you'll see when I apply it in the video how it looks, but I just want to let you guys know that if you're afraid the foundation may come out too light, you may want to try actually scanning your neck, because my foundation was looking really light and really yellow, which is fine because I normally prefer a yellow undertone. But as soon as I scanned my neck, I noticed the bottle got darker. The end result bottle, it became darker and just a little bit more neutral. All right, so let's get into the actual application, my thoughts, the foundation product in general. I know this is a little bit more of a lengthy review, but I felt it was necessary to kind of review the parts of the app and things that might benefit you guys as far as using the app. Before we got into the actual product. So the foundation, very sleek bottle. It's actually in pretty much the same bottle as what you would find Skin Longevity to be in, only a little bit smaller. It's got the same cap as Skin Longevity and just kind of the same bottle feel in general, just a little bit smaller. So I can't tell you my foundation shade, obviously, because there's not a name on the foundation. You don't get a name, you just get your actual name on it, Made-2-Fit for Shelbey. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a pump on the back of my hand right here. I will say that the foundation on my body, it's a little lighter than what my actual body is, which I was expecting that in general, but the foundation actually came out pretty neutral. And normally I'm used to using more warm tone foundations, but like I said, since I scanned my neck, I feel like it probably just kind of picked up on a different undertone for me, and instead of keeping the same undertone, they just kind of darkened my shade, because I felt like my shade was going to be super light when I wasn't scanning my neck. So I've rubbed it in on my hand, and as you can see, it's just a little lighter compared to my body, but it actually matches my face pretty well. So the formula is pretty much spot on to how they described it in the app. It says it's a naturally radiant finish with buildable coverage. I would agree 100% with that. I believe that it doesn't surpass a medium coverage. It's a very natural medium coverage foundation. It has a slight glow to it, but it's not as glowy as, let's say, Complexion Rescue. The formula on this is actually a little bit thicker from what I was expecting as well. The actual consistency of this foundation is more of a thicker consistency, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, this in my opinion is a fuller coverage version of Complexion Rescue. And for that reason, I'm just gonna tell you, I have been freaking loving this foundation. This, immediately, when I put it on my skin, I said, this is Complexion Rescue just in an amped up formula, just in a little bit more of a fuller coverage formula, but it's still hydrating, it's still comfortable, and it's just like a foundation that I would want to wear every single day. And as far as the wear time on this, I would give it a solid 8 hours on me before it starts to look a little bit less fresh, may start to break down a little bit in areas like where I touch my face. But I would definitely give it a solid 8 hours on my skin type, which is dry, normal to dry. Another thing to keep in mind is that this foundation does not have SPF in it. Most of bareMinerals, if not all of their foundations, have SPF. This one actually does not, to my knowledge, unless they just forgot to mention that, but nowhere in the description did it say that this has SPF in it, and it does not say that on the actual bottle. The foundation is also $49, which is quite expensive compared to the rest of bareMinerals foundation formulas. And I will say, with that type of price tag, you are paying more so for the experience. And that's not to say that this is not a good foundation. It's been a great foundation. I have really been enjoying it. But with a price tag that increased compared to, let's see, what is the original foundation and Complexion Rescue? Those are like $29, I think. You're paying for, what are you paying extra for? You know what I mean? You're paying for the experience, you're paying for probably the process to supposedly custom mix it, the process to get your name placed on the bottle. And to me, $49 is a little steep, only because this is not a full coverage foundation. A lot of people are going to want that coverage, and a lot of people pay a higher price tag because a foundation does have more coverage. So I think the price could be reduced on this a little bit. I mean, I'm just throwing my opinion out there. $49 is kind of high for bareMinerals. Everybody loves bareMinerals because their prices aren't too outrageous. They're kind of right there in that that median where it's, you know, not super cheap, but it's not outrageously expensive. And so I think a lot of people are gonna have a hard time biting the bullet and paying $49 for this foundation, especially if they end up really liking it and they need to repurchase it, you know, every couple months. I think that might be a negative aspect that could follow this foundation, in my opinion. So overall, what are my thoughts? This is Complexion Rescue in a foundation form. That is my first opinion, and I absolutely love it because you guys know Complexion Rescue is like my daily wear product. It is like holy grail status for me. I feel like I could never live without it. I mean, obviously that's going a little over the top. We don't need makeup to survive, but if I had to pick, obviously one of my favorite face products, that would definitely be probably my most favorite, if not like maybe my second favorite compared to maybe like bareMinerals Original. So yeah, Complexion Rescue in foundation form, that's how I feel about this. I think it's a little bit more wearable for different skin types compared to Complexion Rescue, because it does have a little bit of a different consistency. I know some people say Complexion Rescue kind of balled up on their skin. I don't think you'll find that this will do that because it's a totally different texture and consistency, and it does lay a little bit more natural on the skin. It isn't as wet and glowy looking as Complexion Rescue is. And as far as wear time goes, I have had no problems whatsoever. I've been layering actually a little bit of Bare Pro on top of it, and it has stayed phenomenally on my skin throughout the day, even in heat. If you are a true bareMinerals fan and you've been wearing bareMinerals for years, I think it's going to be really hard for you to resist picking this up. I think it's a fun experience to go through and get a custom match and to actually see if the foundation is going to match your skin perfectly, because I feel like that's a huge thing that women struggle with. I get comments all the time on my videos saying, okay, if I'm, you know, an NW20 and MAC, what color am I going to be in bareMinerals? And so I think the app has solved that problem. Hopefully it's doing a good job of matching everyone up. I think it is a pretty good match for me. I can generally do yellow or neutral undertones. I just normally cannot pull off a cool undertone. So yeah, I would definitely say my foundation came out being in the light medium range with a neutral undertone, and I'm totally cool with that. I think it looks good. I think it's something that I can even wear when I get a little bit more fair. And so I was happy with my ultimate color selection that they mixed up for me. And yeah, I have really no complaints on the foundation at all as far as the wear. I do think that bareMinerals needs to add a section to where people can scan maybe a darker part of their body, like their neck. And maybe a section where their foundation has a description, like, you know, your foundation is going to be in the light medium range with a yellow undertone, just to give people an idea if they may need to go back and do something differently in the actual app. So all in all, that is what I have to say for this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. It's going to be a little longer than my regular reviews, but I hope you enjoyed the extra information that I added. If you have any questions that I did not answer, feel free to leave those down below, and I guess I will see you guys in my next video. I'm excited to see your comments down below, especially for those of you who have already ordered this. It is available, and all you have to do is download the app or go to a boutique. So that is it for the review. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all at my next one. Bye.